The motor brushes transfer voltage to the motor armature to spin the table saw motor. If the motor brushes wear out, the motor runs weakly or doesn't run at all. Replace the motor brushes using the steps in this video. On some models, you may be able to access the motor brushes without removing the drive motor. Before you begin, wear work gloves to protect your hands. Unplug the table saw's power cord from the wall outlet. Loosen the blade tilt locking knob and tilt the blade to a 90-degree angle. Tighten the blade tilt locking knob. Raise the blade to its highest cutting position. Push the red button on the blade guard and lift off the blade guard assembly. Insert a slot screwdriver into the large hole in the table and pry out the table insert. Loosen the blade tilt locking knob. Tilt the saw blade to a 45-degree angle. Tighten the blade tilt locking knob. Remove the riving knife locking knob and washer. Remove the riving knife, mounting plate, and the anti-kickback pawl. Loosen the blade tilt locking knob and tilt the blade to a 90-degree angle. Tighten the blade tilt locking knob. Use the 2 wrenches supplied with the table saw to remove the blade arbor nut. Remove the outer flange washer and saw blade from the arbor. Flip the table saw upside down onto a protected surface. Release the 4 table locking levers that secure the table saw to the support stand. Remove the table saw support stand. Release the 3 green ground wires from the ground wire bracket. Remove the on-off switch cover mounting screws. Using a wire cutter, cut the white wire at the base of the wire crimp. Pull the black drive motor wire off of the reset switch. Using pliers, pull out the motor wire strain relief. Pull the motor wires out of the on-off switch box cover. To raise the motor up, rotate the hand wheel to the lowest motor position. Remove the 4 mounting bolts and brackets. Pull out the motor. Use a slot screwdriver to unscrew the brush caps, and then pull out the motor brushes. Insert the new brushes into the motor and reinstall the brush caps. Position the drive motor in the saw. Reinstall the 4 motor mounting bolts and brackets. Push the motor wires onto the on-off switch box cover and reinstall the strain relief. Use wire strippers to strip a 1/4 inch of insulation from the white wire ends. Connect the white wire ends using a wire nut. Connect the black motor wire to the reset switch. Reinstall the on-off switch cover using the mounting screws. Reconnect the 3 green ground wires to the ground wire bracket using the mounting screws. Position the support stand on the saw base. Lock the levers to secure the stand to the base. Flip the table saw upright. Rotate the hand wheel to raise the motor to the highest position. Position the blade on the arbor and reinstall the flange washer and arbor nut. Firmly tighten the arbor nut using the 2 blade wrenches supplied with the table saw. Loosen the blade tilt locking knob. Tilt the blade to 45 degrees and tighten the blade tilt locking knob. Reinstall the riving knife and anti-kickback pawl. Reinstall the mounting plate. Reinstall the washer and riving knife locking knob. Firmly tighten the riving knife locking knob. Loosen the blade tilt locking knob. Tilt the blade to 90 degrees and then retighten the blade tilt locking knob. Push the table insert into the top of the table. Push the red release button on the blade guard and reinstall the blade guard assembly on the riving knife. Plug the table saw into the electrical outlet.